Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Amerime Junkies podcast. Today, we're talking about the Game Awards. Who won, who lost, and what the hell is that kid doing up there? That and more. Let's go. All right, what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing out there? It's the Amerime Junkies. Of course, we've got over here, we start with the biggest boss, comic
What's
boss.
up, guys? Coming boss here. Uh, yeah, that's
And of
it.
course, we have Demon Engine.
Yo, what's up, guys?
And I'm Corey Salty True Floyd. Now we just had the Game Awards, the ninth Game Awards, and when it really came down to it, it just seemed like, yeah, the big question was Elden Ring versus God of War.
Of course. No,
Demon,
look,
Demon Slayer just dropped the new trailer for the next season. Let y'all know. Whoever
Mm,
watching this.
mm, okay.
All
yeah,
right, back to the more.
of course, it came down to God of War and Elden Ring. One Elden Ring had the world in the chokehold for like 6 months. Even
Yeah,
I got stuck into it because of the lore of Elden Ring.
and God of War has been out for about a month.
Yeah, even still, God of War came out and took everyone's attention.
Yeah, so we was talking about this earlier, right? Like Elden Ring won because they had a bigger audience at this year. I mean, like we knew God of War was coming. Of course, Santa Monica Studio was going to hit it out the park, and God of War was going to be amazing. Like it was all to be expected. But I think they came out this year a little too late, and it's a Sony exclusive. So so Elden Ring had the bigger audience and the lot more time for people to play in that world than God of War. So I'm not surprised that Elden Ring actually won.
Well, I'm about to look it up because I'm curious to see if there were any exclusive. Well, yeah, okay. There actually have been some exclusives that have won Game of the Year. Last of Us Part Two, God of
We don't
War
talk about that.
2018, and is Shadow is Sekiro, is that PlayStation
I
or is
think
that a
Uh,
so. I think
Shadows Die
so.
Test? No, that's not. I don't think that's exclusive to PlayStation. That is from
But
software.
also those years
So
that
that
those
that's who really been taking this Santa Monica from software. Been taking it for
those
the
years
last
that
2 years.
that those exclusive ones, like what did Xbox have to compete with? I mean, so
nothing I can honestly think of. I
right,
mean,
right.
there's a few games, but I think because the fact that they are platformers, it wasn't gonna get that type of play with folks because the Ori series has been really beautiful. But again, it's a platformer that I don't think a lot of folks are really onto, but I would strongly recommend it.
I never even heard of it.
Well, it's
So
because you don't play Xbox.
right, so that's no that's part of the issue, right? Like these exclusives have to have a big enough audience to compete with games that are not exclusive, like Cyberpunk 2077. And then they got all the bugs and everything out. It's an amazing game now,
Hmm.
and I think and honestly, I think it can compete with God of War and what's the name, Elden Ring.
In its state
Now, now,
now, yeah,
now,
but that shit came out a while ago, so it's a non-factor.
right.
Yeah, I'm about to say
If it
that's
released early this year in the state it's in now, then yes, definitely. But
and we'll see
could have been
now that Microsoft has been pushing and buying up these big brand name studios.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Bethesda putting out Starfield the end of next year. So that's going to be exclusive. So we'll see if the ties change for the Game Awards 2023.
we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I'm scared.
Also, like I said, I hope Stray had won. Screw God of War and Elden Ring. I want a Stray to win.
that's because
Now,
you haven't
granted,
played God of War or Elden Ring.
no, now granted, I knew Stray wasn't going to win
I
because it just
mean, you
can't
can't
compete
really
with two titles
you
like
can't
that.
really say that because I mean, last year It Takes Two was Game of the Year, and that was something a lot of people did not bet on.
Facts, facts. And and Stray did take home an award or two. So shout out
Stray
to Stray.
failed in one thing, and it probably could have got Game of the Year if it would have let you pick from any one of the four cats instead of playing this adventure as an orange tabby.
Hmm.
You didn't like playing as Garfield, and I agree.
No,
I agree.
hell no.
I agree. Like you start off and there's four cats around you. We could have picked from any of those four cats. And I don't know how much of a difference it would have made because it didn't like the cats had abilities. You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't matter. It's just something nice. The color swap. It's not. A lot of games offer the color swap. It's just weird to not see it in certain ones, especially the way it's set up. Like, come on, just it's about cats. Just let us pick our favorite cat instead of whoever
You know what?
displaying
I
it
agree.
is.
I agree.
You know what surprised me last night though? The fucking Al Pacino.
Where did Al Pacino come from? He even said it himself. He's like, look, I don't play video games, but what my grandkids do. So, I'm out here for them.
It was just like first of all, there is some like it was just so weird seeing him there of all people. I'm just like, uh, are we bringing back Scarface? I was like,
Yo, that would have been crazy if they had dropped a Scarface trailer. That
they
would have
would
been crazy.
they would have rebooted the Scarface game from the early 2000s.
That would have been crazy. I mean, the game wasn't that good, but that'd have been dope.
I'm gonna agree to disagree.
I didn't say it was a bad game. I just it wasn't that good. It wasn't a great game.
I think that game laid down a lot of the groundwork that GTA 5 works off of now.
And Mafia.
Eh,
If that's the
Mafia
case, then
followed
just
a lot
you
of the
shouldn't have mentioned
Scarface
GTA 5.
stuff.
Now I'm just mad because it's still that shit's still going on.
Mafia is just time displacement GTA.
Basic.
Like just like the game The Saboteur was just Assassin's Creed in World War 1.
Right, right. But are y'all happy with how Elden Ring won last Thursday, that one Thursday? I know Lamont, you played it. I don't know if Corey played it.
Oh no, I've watched enough of it to enjoy it.
Same.
Yeah, it's a very first off,
I'm
it's on brand for Firm Software.
I'm happy with it. One my one friend, because I was in a party while it was being watched, he kept snapping, talking about you don't fly Miyazaki out there and not give. He kept going. Yo, he was snapping about.
Listen, I was more surprised with no, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll get to that.
So I was making that joke on our Instagram that come watch the Game Awards with us and watch God of War win every title that they're up for nomination for. I mean, and I think they won a few, right? Like Christopher Judge won Voice Actor of the Year. Definitely give that man his flowers because he's amazing
Yeah,
actor.
I felt like that was probably the most pointless. I felt like that was like the most pointless time to run off nominees. I was like, just give it to Chris Judge.
Right.
God of War Ragnarok took 6 awards home.
See, so they got majority of the bill
Narrative,
Thursday night.
score, action, adventure, audio design, innovation.
Yo, here's what had me cracking up. You're not gonna have the choir and the artist perform the song from God of War and then have them lose the nomination. Like
Right, right, right.
now, here's the funny thing. The Oscars will have several performances from several different songs nominated. So you'll just be like, hey, one of these won. But no, the Game Awards is like, yeah, here's these guys singing this song. Don't forget they're nominated for a song of the night. Of course they fucking won. They just put all the, you just put these motherfuckers on stage just to come up bitchless, maidenless.
Maidenless.
Made this right.
Yo,
Somebody would have got slapped.
like I definitely feel as though they deserve every title, every nomination that they won. And that have been crazy that they nominated for music, for score, have their score play and then give it to somebody else. That
I
would have
could
been
it personally. It couldn't be
I'd have
me
been
because I
cracking
couldn't
up.
have let that slide.
I just
I'd have been
wonder where
cracking up.
the next installment takes us, where either Kratos or Atreus fights another religion.
I'm fine with that. I am perfectly fine with just him going around decimating mythologies, yo. As of late, between like all the games I've been playing, D&D, I've just been on a god killing campaign, so I'm perfectly fine. Us heading to the next mythology to whoop some ass.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that too. So let's bring it on. What we got next? Norse? No, we did
No,
Norse
No,
now.
we just got
about to
done
say
North.
we
Just
just
did
did
Norse.
Norse.
Just did Norse. Let's just run down the gauntlet of
I mean,
Kratos
he
just
could head
knocking off
towards Egypt.
Pantheon.
He could
He's gonna go to Asia to
he's
start
gonna go to
fighting
East Asia,
Ganesh,
start
and
fighting the Shambles. He could go to fucking
he's gonna go to
Egypt.
Egypt.
Right,
Shit,
like
he
I'm
has
cool with that.
in the game. He has first bloat that can fly, so he can just like
Or
take
for
his
some
ass to.
reason they're just gonna take him to South America, fight the
Or
Aztec gods.
or they take it in a different direction because the
Oh,
Pantheon realized just to leave this old crazy motherfucker alone. Just leave him alone. Just leave him alone at this point. Like he got a track record. He knocked off two Pantheons, two whole Pantheons. He they allowed you to get your fill of killing Zeus.
to be fair, I don't know. I don't know if I would rather have. I want some type of spin-off for Atreus. Like I
Yeah,
want the
but I
next
don't think
God
he
of
should
War game to
star in
be.
that film.
No, I'm saying I want the next God of War game to be be about Kratos and me an older, much taller Atreus because he went off and did his own thing. But I wouldn't mind us getting a spin-off Atreus title of the adventure that
Atreus
he
and
did,
Atreus and Thor's daughter.
or even Atreus and Thrud or Atreus and Agrabota. That boy got options.
That boy, that boy got options. And Angry Boda, nice.
Oh my
Always,
goodness.
always go with black. Always go with black and traders. Never go wrong, bro. Never go wrong.
No, he looked like he gonna mess around with some ginger.
Nah. I feel like you're gonna get an agribrother. You're gonna get an agribrother, and they're gonna have a kid, and his kid's gonna be like, "Why is our kid darker than usual?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm not. Did you thought this was me normally? No, boy, I'm brown skinned. I don't know how you came out that way."
I mean, in the mythos, he does marry Ingrid Boda. I mean, but in the mythos, Loki's a whore. So,
Loki is a whore,
who knows?
a
Who knows?
horsecock whore. That's what Loki is.
Who knows? Now what about Elden Ring? Like, are we going to see another installment? Is George
Well,
Um,
R. R. Is George R. R.
there's
Martin?
the Coliseum DLC just came out.
Honestly, I think I haven't looked it up, but if I know, I think this just we now have access to the different coliseums that have been around the map. I'm assuming we can fight special enemies and start getting some PVE on there because like the community had designated spots for them to like go out and like want to specifically duel each other
Okay,
Mm.
across the map.
okay. So,
So
so, so, is anybody beating Let Me Solo Her? I think he just gonna stand amongst everybody body and just laugh at the community.
I mean, I doubt it. I mean, I to be honest, I'm like I don't think it's worth trying. It's like
Right,
what?
no, good.
right.
It's like I'm all
Trying
right.
trying to challenge Let Me Solo Her. I think he beat what's his name like over 1,000 times by now. Like they tracking his wins.
Like it's no point. My whole thing is, and don't get me wrong, I love Elden Ring. I just want George R. R. Martin to finish his fucking books.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's not
happening,
happening.
bro. It's not happening.
I don't even know
He
why
already
that's
said
gonna
it.
happen.
He already said it. He said he's not finishing those books. HBO ruined the story for him.
Nigga, you
So
sold it.
let it go.
What?
Let it go.
You let them buy an unfinished series.
I mean that bread is probably nice. I write some shit up right now, and they could have it. They cutting that check, and evidently HBO cutting that check. Well, HBO Max cutting that check. 'Cause
Mm.
I feel like
all these studios is starving for content right now.
starving, just starving. I feel like I should go test out this fucking DLC, but it's just gonna be me getting my ass handed to me.
Pretty much, you should
Sounds
stream
about
that.
right.
You should
Niggas
stream
who
that. That would be
haven't.
hilarious to watch.
Look. After Kingdom Hearts, I don't know. I got feelings about just streaming me getting my ass whooped repeatedly. That fucking fold counter had me depressed for weeks after I got done. And I still didn't beat all of them. And I'm at 200 something on that food counter.
Yo, do you think Cinema Studio is going to release some DLC for God of War?
Uh, they could. I don't think they should, or they really don't have a reason to.
Really?
I feel like them adding DLC just takes away from them, takes time away from them like working on the next one.
Okay. True that. True that. True that.
It just came out what last month. They're gonna try to get themselves a couple weeks, month and a half to recuperate themselves before they get back on the next project.
Right. Cinema Studios, y'all take your time. If all y'all putting out is God of War until the end of time, I'm cool with that. Every 5 years, every 3 years, give me a new God of War, and
Right,
I'll be happy. All right, do we got a commercial lined up?
y'all.
We'll be back. And we're back.
Right. And
Uh,
look at this inconsiderate Negro
Corey,
he has
Corey down
still
there
on the
making
phone.
a drug deal.
Right? Gator
Sorry,
Gator
gentlemen.
things. Had a Gator call. That's
Gator
what that
business.
was.
Gator
No,
business.
it was not Gator business. It
Gator business.
don't you dare do it.
It was
Did
smart
But
you
work.
I'm sorry I had to step out of there for a second. But what I wanted to when I wanted to come back to is, can we talk about the trailers, the
yes.
reveals? First
Yeah,
off,
yes.
Hideo Kojima dragged his large penis across the floor.
As always. As
It,
always.
it was just like Death Stranding 2.
Two.
And then just dragged it off. That's all he got to do.
And here's a shirtless Norman Reedus for no reason.
a
Ha ha ha.
old, a old shirtless Norman Reedus. So how'd y'all feel about the trailer
I mean, I didn't expect a Death Stranding 2.
at all? I don't think none of us did. They kept their joint under wraps.
Not only that, but Death Stranding was good, but it was also very divisive.
Mm.
Cause I mean, the storyline for Death Stranding hit very close to home. It was literally about the world on a collapse because of a virus, and my man was pretty much Amazon Prime.
He had to say the world with that little bit of that that special sauce.
And
And
it
yeah,
was and it's so funny because he literally says that after sitting in the pandemic, he had to rewrite part 2 because he was too afraid of how close it would hit home again.
I mean, makes sense.
I mean, I remember watching the first trailer for the first game and then actually playing it and then realize you're nothing but a mailman. Like actual like package delivery first. Like, what the fuck is this?
I can tell you right now, the
This
one
is
the first
amazing.
I'm ready for. I'm actually waiting. Hades 2. Never
Mm,
played the first one. But, myth I'm here for the whole Greek mythos and I have watched my friends play it,
it's an
so I'm
amazing
down to
game
watch
on
it.
it's available on Game Pass.
Nobody
Okay, and
cares
that don't
for
no one cares. You the only Xbox motherfucker in this house.
no one
Okay.
Stay in your
cares.
lane. But fucking definitely
But I
for the forbidden. I wasn't expecting the Burning Shores DLC for Horizon.
Ah yes, Dubstep Park.
but hold on, go back to Hades 2. That intro scene was amazing. Now I want to see that as an anime.
Well,
What was it?
I would love to see. Yeah, that's the thing. I would love to see it as an anime only because like I can't personally play the game because for me I could deal with the way it plays. But if it's not talking to me, just a bunch of text. I was elected to lead, not to read. The fuck is you throwing words in my face? I'm sorry. Look, you can shake your head all you want, but I am a audio person. If you're not, I'm not gonna sit here and just pay attention to the words on screen because I'll read it and then completely fucking forget it.
and
That's how I've
then
always been.
and then Hades win awards last year, I believe.
yeah,
Oh yeah, they won some awards last year.
yeah.
So
So it's
like yeah, one of my friends he loves Hades. He said that's his favorite game right now.
it's
He's
definitely
still
a game
playing
where
it.
you got to get good.
Right, right. But, I might take a crack at Hades too. But let's get that anime popping because that intro was amazing.
Eh, listen, it's one of those things where it sounds great, I'm just like after the after Edge Runners, I can't trust nobody.
Why you say that? What you mean?
The way Studio Trigger one and done it.
Yo, yo, Suit Sugar, you need to make another season. I mean,
But
let's move on. Let's go to the Voodoo Boys and Netwatch. Let's. I mean, there's a million different stories to tell. Let's tell the story of Dexter Deshawn bitch ass before we try to kill him, before he try to kill us. I mean,
oh
that's
no, he didn't try. He did kill V. Like the nigga, like the nigga died. It was just that the soldier literally brought it back to life.
right.
Like, don't get it twisted. I am a man of my word.
But yeah, the announcement for Phantom Liberty, Idris Elba's gonna be in it. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
yo, yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
even sure who he is. I know he's not gonna be Morgan Blackhand.
I mean, they
I
said I was watching it, and they said his name, but I don't remember.
yeah,
They
I just know
they
he's gonna be
said
in.
the character he's playing.
So
Like,
now
I
you,
mean, I just want to live. I mean, why does every ending has to end with me fucking dying or give my body over to Johnny bitch ass?
no, there's a few. There's
There's a few, but none of them are good. None of them end with me living.
uh the one with Pan Am.
You still die in the end.
Yeah, but you
I mean,
live out the rest of your days happy.
right? I mean, you get to live happy, but you still fucking die.
because
I
it's
want to
Night
go on
City.
being a fucking
No one gets a
legendary
happy
fucking.
ending in Night City.
Evidently, evidently, that's the whole story. That's the whole story. No one gets a happy ending in Night City.
If I ever find the keys to immortality and we move into a cyberpunk like future, I'm staying away from Night City. Night City is where you go when you want your story to end with a bang.
Right, because like if you take
First
Edge
off,
Runners,
first off, Engine is gonna be the first nigga to come to cyber psychosis.
Most likely, yeah.
that nigga broke.
If I don't
That
become the cyber psychosis, I will be the new Adam Smasher.
that motherfucker broke, dog. You
Adam
got
Smasher has cyber psychosis. He feeds his bloodlust so he appears to be stable.
That's
is,
fine by
is that
me.
what it is?
Yes,
Oh shit!
cause
Because
never
no
cause,
one leaves the slaughterhouse alive.
cause never forget in the beginning of the game when you're hiding in that cooling unit, Adam Smasher sees you.
Yeah, yeah.
He allow like he literally allows. He's just like not yet.
You right. I
They
mean, he
they
looks
not
right at
afraid
you.
enough yet.
He looks right at you. Like you motherfucker. When I peeped that, I like, is he looking at me?
Yes.
I'm like, this dude has to have some type of tech that allows him to see outlines of people's bodies, something like that, right? Because
Yes.
all he has is just hardware in a brain.
And I
Yep.
I'm
can
like,
tell you,
guess not,
and I
because he
can
lets you
tell
fucking live.
you now, because when I do hop back on that game, whether he looking at me while I'm hiding or not, my nigga, I'm coming for you. For my nigga David, and my baddie Rebecca,
Or
coming
my
for
nigga David. I
Just
think like
make sure you
people
get
people
your
got
equipment game up, son.
you. Oh,
people
don't.
got in the game just to kill Adam Smasher for David.
And Rebecca. A lot of people did solely for Rebecca.
Mm-mm-mm. But
All right,
yeah,
what other trailers did y'all love?
the biggest announcement for me, Armored Core 6.
I think that was a big
Okay.
announcement for everybody because, like, I think all news of Armor Core had just like died off, and everybody
Like
thought it was going to be
like 9 months ago, there
Stu.
was a conversation being had, but then it just went completely silent, just like this nigga's face. But seriously, first off, Armored Core has been running for a minute. The first game came out on PlayStation 1. PS1. Back when back in the day where people used to steal demo discs. Damn demo discs. That'd be hard to explain to somebody one day. Shit. But
Ah,
and the last one was on 360, and that shit was fighting was so intense. And when it came to you had to become a gearhead for your armor core, like a supreme gearhead, because every time you went out there, you was fighting for your motherfucking life. And that shit looks so clean.
yeah. It looked clean in that trailer. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, no gameplay was seen.
No, but it's from the same people who bought you Elden Ring.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be pretty. I can
it's
tell
gonna
you
be
that much.
hard.
Gonna be pretty. It's gonna be hard. I'm not playing it.
Armor Core, Armor Core was always difficult.
I'm not. Never played Armored Core, and I'm not gonna play it. Look, I've limited myself to one From Software title, and that is Elden Ring.
So now you don't want to play a game where you get more bullets and rockets, lancers and swords. This nigga, you say that shit for now.
I got enough. I got a bunch of games where I'm killing. I have enough games to hold off my bloodlust and need for moida.
Can't hear you.
There's no such thing as enough games to hold off the bloodlust. That's why Adam Smash should exist.
He still
Like
don't play. He still ain't playing Cyberpunk like that.
you gotta get back into that joint.
Yeah,
It's
he
5-5.
he ain't reached Edge runner status yet.
Well, what y'all
I've
think of the
been
new
I've been I've been busy killing gods, hunting monsters, shooting aliens in the face, fucking being toxic on Overwatch. I got the games to satiate my bloodlust.
what about Suicide Squad kills the Justice League?
You know how I feel about anything DC.
Did we did we hear Batman eating a dude?
No, I think he was breaking his neck. But it's very nice to see that Kevin Conroy, this will be like the last Batman performance we'll ever
Mm-hmm.
hear of him,
Yeah,
which
R.I.P.
which is very eerie because it made me think about, you, you either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
Right. I mean, but
So
he's still. I mean, he's still a hero status in this last installment. I mean, Batman
I
is
don't
still
know. There
all right.
seems like the Justice League is being quite murderous.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot the story behind it. The Justice League is like been taken over by something like Starro or some shit like
I'm
that.
pretty sure it's Brainiac.
Yeah,
My
and
my money says Brainiac.
the Suicide Squad has to kill them to save the day. Something like that. It looks good. It looks good. It looks like
After seeing Gotham Knights, I'm gonna hold my breath. So
I mean, Gotham Knights wasn't bad.
wasn't that
It
good
wasn't
either.
bad.
You do realize you're supposed to be on the opposite side of you, right? Just White
Gotham Knights
hole
was
in
not a bad game.
the fucking this all-consuming light.
It's you're right. It's not a bad game. It's mediocre at best.
What do you
Gotham.
mean? Like the
Yo,
game wasn't
the
unplayable. The story was okay. Like
the
they fucked up.
gameplay was the gameplay is subpar. Somehow the last generation of games got it done better. There's absolutely no need for multiplayer. And the game looks like it's last generation. I don't see there's no feasible reason for Gotham Knights to be a new generation exclusive because it does not even look like it belongs on a new generation console.
That I agree with, but the
That's
rest
why
I
someone
don't.
made a mod on the Spider-Man game where it was the Gotham Knights rating just flying around New York.
I mean, the game was fun. I liked the game.
Eh, eh. It's one of those things where it's like I've seen and played a better version of this.
Right.
So I'm like I'm not. So if we're getting more of that from Justice League kills Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, uh I'm good.
Is it the same studio making it?
Uh you know
I
how it
don't
is.
think so.
Listen, Warner Brothers, I don't know. They they get really weird. So we'll have to see because I mean one game was touting some of the same dynamics. We actually haven't seen any gameplay of this one yet, so we'll see.
It got pretty ass cutscenes. I can tell
Yeah.
you that much. That's what these were supposed to do. Well, I
Yep.
ain't see what's from Rocksteady. Yeah, it got pretty ass cutscenes. As for actual gameplay,
Yeah.
still don't see
Nothing.
shit.
Yeah, right. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Tekken 8 Tekken 8 Tekken 8 was a big surprise because I swore up and down that Tekken 7 was supposed to be the last entry.
They're gonna keep them series running as long as they making money. And what I'm not a fan of them gaining the more Street Fighter open world. They showed that too. But like now
Street
they
Fighter looks
got
like it's doing a lot.
it's doing Street Fighter like it's doing a lot. And these new fighter game models where you'll get like the base five, but if you want more, you gotta wait for the DLC or pay extra to get the rest of the players. And I'm not a fan of this new video game fighting model with this model.
Yeah.
It ain't even just the fighting. It's on a lot of different games now. Start paying for characters.
Right,
Yeah, but with a fighting game like with Street Fighter shit, when the last one launched, it was like, yo, here is a small smidgen of the roster.
right,
And it was just
right.
like, bro, where's the rest of
Same
the
thing with
fucking
Tekken.
roster?
Tekken did the same bullshit.
No.
Um,
Tekken gives you a very healthy roster.
yeah, but you don't get everybody.
No, you don't get every. You do eventually have to unlock and or buy a person when it gets
Right.
announced. But
Mortal Kombat.
they give you a very healthy lineup.
Mortal Kombat did the same bullshit. Like,
No, Mortal Kombat gives you hold on. Mortal Kombat might give you one or two older characters, but then they also give you a shitload of new characters.
don't give you a. They give you they give you a lot of new characters.
Yeah,
But if you want to play with anybody, you wanted to play with Raiden or any of the other guys, you had to wait for the DLC to drop, or you had to pay. You had to pay either way. You had to pay to get a character that you wanted to play with. I'm just saying. It's a sucky business model. So I'm not a fan of these new fighting games. And like with Street Fighter, it looks like you're going to be creating your character in open world hunting down the rest of the fighters to challenge him. So that means you're going to be creating a moves list. So I feel like you're going to pay for the Hadouken or pay for Gao's flip kick or
Mm,
or or Bison when he ran you. Like I think you're gonna have to
Psycho Crusher.
yeah, sucker pressure. Thank you. You're going to pay for those move sets. I mean, they're gonna give you some to wet your whistle, but like, yeah,
If
Crazy.
we
it,
paying, if we paying for move sets, and y'all still come around and put out Street Fighter Six Ultimate, I'm a smack the fuck out of.
Capcom is yeah. I think Capcom's gonna do it. Like I'm telling you, that's what's gonna
My
happen.
question: all right, how do y'all feel about Star Wars Jedi Survivor? If you looked at that trailer,
I think it's
I
gonna do.
mean,
I think it's
yeah,
gonna do fine.
yeah.
Um, I still my biggest qualm with this franchise is the absolute nerfing of a lightsaber.
They
Because
nerfed the lightsaber.
yeah, like if you really look at this, like they tried to put like Dark Souls as tactics into a
Yeah,
Star Wars game,
yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah. We
problem
talked
is
about that for the last
the
game.
lightsaber is supposed to cut through any fucking thing.
Right, right. We talked about that.
So I'm just it's one of those things where I'm just like, I guess like
I better be fighting. But if that's the case, then like, oh, better start fighting more higher tier enemies wearing Beskar armor and shit. If I'm not cutting,
Right,
that's the
yeah,
right.
only reason I'm not cutting through niggas.
Like you play a Jedi for the power of using a lightsaber to cut down enemies in a whim.
like
Like there's only a few people in that universe that could withstand getting hit by a lightsaber.
like it's it's one of those things where I just it just watching something be nerfed to such an extent it kind of bothers me because it's like I remember distinctly Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith on Xbox. There's a bonus level where you play as Yoda,
I remember that.
and this was how on point they had the physics because Yoda flips around and jumps and does all this shit
Mhm.
before you even attack. So you could just be jumping around the stormtroopers, and if that lightsaber crosses them, up there goes a leg, up there goes an arm. It was just like, yeah, you didn't even attack me yet.
Right,
You're just, and I'm just like, that's exactly how that should work.
right,
But but when I see this in Star Wars Fallen Order, and I'm just like, uh,
and like I understand, Cal Kestis is not. He doesn't start off strong, but it shouldn't
a
matter
lightsaber
because
is a lightsaber,
a
cuz.
lightsaber is a lightsaber, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm chopping limbs off, it comes clean the fuck off. It's a damn plasma sword. I mean, like it's like not many stuff is standing up to plasma, especially as it's cutting through something.
And plus, like the Empire is not does not have Beskar armor money to be spending. They just
Right?
don't. You
And it's not that much Beskar material in this
like
universe. Like like the Mandalorians keep Beskar under tight fucking wraps. If you're not part of orders, you may not even know what Beskar is, or if you don't got the brain.
mm-mm-mm. I don't. I mean, I hope it does well. I'm just. It's one of those things where I like to just look at it, but I'm just like, nah, this ain't right.
I mean, I'm gonna play it maybe. I ain't played the last one college side of it. I was excited to play it. I just never got around to doing it. Then I realized, then I heard that it's what's the name? So S Titanic. It's just rage game. I'm like, no, I'm cool.
I think
I,
I'm more particular to the Force Unleashed series
yeah,
because it was just like, yeah, you can just rage out on this, and you
yeah.
really could.
So I mean, it's gonna do good. It's a Star Wars title. I wish they'd focus on a different character.
I mean,
Like,
they can't focus on characters that are already around. They have to make new ones.
right? That's what I'm saying. Like people was upset that the new character is a white guy. Like, come on, like there's other
He's a
races and
ginger.
creatures in the universe. Like, give somebody else a shot.
Eh, I don't know. But
I want Star Wars or Republic. Give me that. I know BioWare had to cut it because they just didn't have the manpower to get the game finished. So they had to cut that in order for Dragon Age to survive. And shout out for that trailer, the Dreadwolf. That looks amazing.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, I want Star Wars or Republic. I want that RPG Star Wars back. I could be light side or dark side.
Shit, good luck with that one.
I
But
mean, they had it in the works for a minute. It just didn't have the manpower to get it finished.
we're still waiting to hear more about Star Wars Eclipse. So burn that bridge when we get to it.
Right.
But uh, last but not least, yo, fuck that little kid that came up at the end of the show. It was just such a weird moment to troll.
Who was that little kid?
Some weird troll kid. He's just a little shit.
Oh, so
Like,
like that's what he was. He was just trolling.
yeah. And this is why I'm just like, yo, it could if there were black game developers, the second he walked up there, you would have saw one of the homies just push this little nigga right off. Like, what the fuck is this? Whose man's is this?
He wouldn't have made it on stage, man. Mufasa and block that stage all. Like, where you think you go?
Like, apparently they have private security. They are known as the Nation of Islam. We're not
Yeah,
exactly
pretty
sure who
much.
they are.
Pretty fucking much. Like, nope.
As soon as I would have seen that kid start bolting to Bafa, and you just see two motherfuckers slide in front of him, just like, nah, this ain't it.
Oh, 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 oh.
As we wrap this up, what were your thoughts on Game Awards this year? I was talking to Corey earlier, and I think it was the best one to date. The only award show I acknowledge is the Game Awards.
It is better than last time because I was so pissed about that the fucking Last of Us 2 sponsored Game
Yo,
Awards.
last year was definitely Last of Us 2, the sponsorship. Like, yeah,
My only qualm is the young lady that they have doing the pre show.
yeah.
I I don't know. I don't. She's not really. She's not really of the gamer culture. She really isn't. And there was several. There was
She's
actually
from
IGN,
IGN. Yeah,
and I stand by my statement.
they do hire models.
Yeah, and there were plenty of fantastic video game content creators that could have done that job. Shout out to Roxy Hayes. I know she was there. She could have done that job.
She
I
was
just
there.
Yeah, she was there.
Oh shit! Shut
Yeah,
up. Not
Look,
too.
yeah. So
I'd rather be her than Frost.
well, yeah. I don't
'Cause
want Frost there.
I would
There's more.
if
There are
Frost was
more.
Frost
There are
the
more
pre-show, I would
female
have.
gamers in the scene outside of Frost
I
because
know.
and not e- ah ah. But seriously, there were some amazing ladies from the gaming community there, and I think that moving forward, I feel like perhaps they should reach out to them and have them be more a part of the show than just there as people in the seats.
I think shout out to Jeff Keighley, by the way. We've been covering the Game Awards, I think, since 2018-19.
Hmm.
Uh, and Jeff Keighley and his team always look out for us. Whatever we need, they get to us. So shout out to Jeff Keighley and his team. But I think they have something with IGN because every year has been a correspondent from IGN.
I know. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind some of the correspondence. It's just that I know she is not of the culture,
Mm,
and that bothers me. And the main reason I know this is during the pandemic where everyone had to work from home. When
hmm.
you saw her setup, I was like, "Yo, there's not a nerdy fucking thing in sight here.
Right, right,
Shenanigans.
right.
There
All right,
wasn't
I
a
remember
figure,
that.
not a
I remember
figurine, not a poster, not a light, nothing." And I was
when
just
she
like,
was doing when she was doing the Daily Fix.
"Yes."
Yeah,
I was just like, mm. Anyway, we want to thank you guys for tuning in today. We really appreciate you guys. And for you guys out there watching on YouTube, hey, we hope you're a subscriber. Make sure you hit that button. Make sure you're hitting that bell icon so you can get alerted to anytime the Amerime Junkies have something to say.
yeah. And please leave a comment on Apple, and also we just got picked up by Amazon, so we're on Amazon
Hey,
and podcast
hey,
right now. So yeah,
hey,
they reached
hey,
out and they wanted us to
hey.
be on a platform. So we're on Amazon Music and Podcast now. So leave a comment over there as well. I mean, so thank you.
That is amazing. But seriously, we can't do this without you. So we want to thank you guys. Be sure to check out AmerimeMedia.com. We have got some brand new beautiful treats and tricks up there for you. That's AMERIMEMEDIACOM. Put a dot before that com. And of course, we still have the Amerime Wire magazine, which is out right now, featuring cosplayer the.com on the cover. And of course, we talked to a few more streamers on the inside. We have some short stories and some reviews. So be sure to check that out. You can find all this on our website, again, AmerimeMedia.com.
The links will be in the description.
We'll see you next time. We're going to be talking about Christmas because it's Christmas time,
Christmas time, right?
bitch.
I want some coquito.
Hey!
If y'all
I want
listening,
some
I want a record
coquito. If
of
anybody
Leviathan
out there
next
got some
Christmas.
coquito, hit me up. Hit me up.
Of
I
course,
come buy it. If you close by, I come get it. I'm looking for some coquito with the liquor inside of it. No virgin coquito. I can make that myself.
but seriously, we want you folks to take care of yourselves. Be well. Demon Engine, it's always a pleasure. Comic Boss, you're always good. You're always good in my book.
Fuck you, girl.
Fuck you too. Bye,
All
everybody.
right, y'all. Peace out.